Oops. Good evening, everybody. This is Jose Grown, and I'm just going to give you a short video. What I'm going to be talking about is the latest um, COVID-19 mandate from President Biden and the fact that as of Monday, 80,000 municipal employees who were working remotely will have to resume working full time at their respective locations. I'm just going to give you my observations for what it's worth. Now, I'm going to begin making the following statement. No one should be forced to get vaccinated. And the reason why I say that, because the fact of the matter is there is a great deal of mistrust regarding the information that's available regarding the three vaccines, which are Moderna, Pfizer, and Johnson & Johnson. Okay. Also, there are people that for medical reasons are not able to receive the vaccine. And of course, there are some people who are objecting to be vaccinated due to religious conviction. Now, recently, President Biden had announced the latest mandate at which all businesses that hire 100 people or more, the employees must be vaccinated or they must undergo COVID-19 testing on a regular basis and provide proof of their results to their respected employers. Unfortunately, people have politicized this health crisis from day one. First of all, you have those who refuse to acknowledge the fact that we do have a health crisis. Despite the fact, as of today, more than 650,000 people in this country has died as a result of the pandemic. And in several states, the hospitals are almost near capacity treating victims of COVID-19. And then you have governors who refuse to place mask mandates in cities in their respective states. And you have governors who are punishing cities that do put restrictions, trying to withhold their funding. Now, I said this before, and I'm going to say it again. If you choose not to get any of the vaccines, for whatever reason, it is your choice, it is your body. But do yourself a favor. If you're not going to get vaccinated, make sure that you wear a mask that covers your nose and mouth completely. Practice social distancing. When you get indoors, wash your hands for at least 20 seconds. And please get tested on a regular basis. Here in New York, there are many places where you can go when you could be tested for exposure for COVID-19, and it's not going to cost you a dime. Okay. Well, what happened is you will be tested and you'll get your results usually within a few minutes via email. I mean, at least that's how we do it in New York City. In other municipalities, I'm not too sure how it's done, but I'm sure it's more or less the same way. And another unfortunate situation is you have individuals who've been vaccinated shaming those who choose not to get vaccinated. Again, it is their choice. All I'm asking is for you to take the actions that you need to take to reduce the exposure to COVID-19. Now, I've seen people who refuse to wear a mask, refuse to practice social distancing, refuse to be testing under the mantra, my body, my choice. Well, the fact of the matter is this: your rights end when you have a negative impact on others. Some people may not like hearing that, but that is the reality. Again, if you have any concerns regarding COVID-19, regarding the symptoms, regarding the side effects, please do the following. Discuss this with your primary care physician. Make sure to ask all the questions that you need to ask. And then once you are given this information, you decide what is your course of action. If you choose to get vaccinated, please bear in mind, getting vaccinated does not mean that you cannot be exposed to COVID-19. What it does mean that in many cases, it will minimize the effects of COVID-19. And the fact of the matter is, in some cases, you can still be hospitalized. In some, okay? If you choose not to get vaccinated, please wear a mask that covers your nose and mouth completely. Practice social distancing. Wash your hands for at least 20 seconds. And if you can, carry hand sanitizer. Now, as far as the fact that as of Monday, the 80,000 municipal employees for the city of New York, whom have been working remotely, will have to return to their respective locations and work full-time from their respective locations. That I have a problem with. And the reason why I have a problem is this. We are dealing with the Delta variant, and unfortunately, we do not have all the facts regarding the Delta variant. And the fact of the matter is, you're going to have people who are working close together who are not going to be able to practice social distancing. That's a huge red flag. Because the fact of the matter is this. I don't know if the person I'm working with next to, if that person has COVID, and that person doesn't know about my health status as well. And we have to try to look out for each other. Now, I know for a fact that there are people who wish to continue working remotely. And for the time being, we should have that option. But the reality is this. One day, we're going to defeat COVID-19. One day, it's going to get to the point where most of us will not be dying from this illness. The day will come where we will not be affected adversely due to COVID-19. And that day comes, that'll be the time where for most of us, working remotely will not be an option. Now, I know that people say that they're more productive working remotely. All I got to say, where's your evidence? I can say that the sky is green, but I have to show proof that the sky is green. And the fact of the matter is, you do have individuals who've been working remotely that haven't had too much human contact. Now, I know someone said to me, well, we're not there to socialize, we're here to do a job. Well, yes, we are there to do a job, but it does not mean that we cannot be cordial with each other. It does not mean that we can have polite conversation. It does not mean that we can spend a little time with the coworkers who are our friends and have some sort of camaraderie. So for the time being, we need to continue to have working for those who are able to do so. Let us also bear in mind the fact that there are thousands of municipal employees that were not given this option. Take, for example, the police, the firemen. Take, for example, doctors, nurses, medical staff, personnel from children's services, also those who work in the prisons. They had to work day by day throughout this health crisis. Now, let's not forget those individuals. And let us be mindful that while for 80,000 municipal employees, we did have the privilege of working remotely, many others did not. And let us be mindful of the fact that there are people who have lost fathers, mothers, sons, daughters, husbands, wives, grandparents, aunts, and uncles, and close friends to the COVID-19. We will defeat this disease. But in order for us to defeat this disease, we must treat this disease seriously. And how we do that? By wearing a mask that covers our nose and mouth, practice social distancing, washing your hands for at least 20 seconds, using hand sanitizer, and for those who made the decision of their own free will to get vaccinated. By doing these actions, we will defeat COVID-19. I just want to let everybody know that this video right now is being shown on YouTube, Facebook, and Periscope on Twitter. Now, before I go, I'm going to ask that please um, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification. So therefore, whenever I upload material, you will be notified. And also, I just want to remind everybody that this Sunday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5:30 Pacific Standard Time, I will do another live stream regarding becoming a first-time homeowner. I will be sharing with you my own personal experience as far as my journey, how I became a homeowner. And of course, I'm going to drop the link. So if anyone wishes to join the live stream, I do ask that people please be respectful with your comments. Now, for the most part, people have been very respectful, with the exception of one person. But, you can't please everybody. But I do thank you for all those who have watched this video now and who will watch it on the playback. I'm going to end this video, and I'm going to end it the same way I always end my videos. People, please be careful out there, because we're still dealing with the COVID-19 pandemic, and we're also dealing with the mentally and intellectually challenged individuals who have a problem accepting constructive criticism and feedback. And we must do everything possible to reduce our exposure to these people, because if we do not, we will be infected by their stupidity and massive insanity. That being said, I thank you all. Please be safe out there. I'll catch you either the next stream or the next video. And that being said, I will say good night and peace.